You want to do the welcome this time?
Are we ready?
Whenever you want to go.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
Not that again.
Alexa's so rude.
I know. She be rude sometimes.
She's just all up in your business. You don't be talking to her. She be interjecting.
Fact. You know how you be having a friend with your friend. You know how you be having a conversation with your friend and then one person just interjects? That's Alexa right now.
Wow. Anyways, welcome to Blank Pages.
Yeah.
Today we have the awesome Khalib.
Hello. Thank you. And you have the lovely Tony Ann. We had to switch it up today.
Yeah.
You know, she was doing the welcome and then Alexa decided to
Interrupt
as per usual. But yeah. So we have a great show for you today. But we're going to get into a little nice game. So the game, I was explaining to Tony Ann earlier and she didn't know what it was.
I know.
So the game basically, you are trying to not guess, but say the same word as the other person beside you. There is no type of form of guidance. It's just, I will do like 3, 2, 1, and you'll say the first word that's on your head.
I think we should play this game, but okay.
We're going to be fine. It might take 12,000 tries, you know, we got enough footage. We got enough, hours on the clock, you know. So you ready?
See.
So when I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, and you basically just say whatever word that's in your head. Okay.
All right.
Ready? All right. 3, 2, 1. Apples. Oh! First try! Oh, that's awesome!
Oh man! Okay,
now you understand now you understand the feeling that you should be having. Yo, that was crazy. First try.
Man.
First try. We are synced. Oh my God. I feel like we got
Apparently
superpowers.
so.
I feel as though we should stop now. 'Cause from now, it's just
about to go
downhill.
left.
It's just downhill.
It's about to go
There's-
left.
Yo, I didn't know what to say, so I was just like, apples.
Literally.
Wow. Okay, let's try this again.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Bananas. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Pistachios.
What did I say?
I don't know. What did you say?
I think I said quaffle.
Quaffle? What is a quaffle?
I don't know. It just came to mind.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Mangoes.
Breakfast.
Dang, we off.
I told
Gone.
you we should have stopped because now it's just
Shoulda.
just
Gone.
downhill.
Opposite ends of the equator right now.
Okay, we got this.
We got
We
it.
got this. All right.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Fruit
Eggs.
salad. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Breakfast. You got no words to say. Just blank. Just
Blank. Just blank.
silence.
Okay, here we go.
You sure? Would you like to do the 3, 2, 1 count?
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Bacon.
Pizza.
Okay.
Not far.
Not too far.
Yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Tomato. How do you get
It's dessert.
cake? Oh,
It's dessert.
you are a baker, so that makes sense.
Dessert.
Okay. All right, let's go. Let's just try this again.
We're like 1 to -10 right now. It's okay. It's all right.
All right.
Go. 3, 2, 1.
I forgot what I was
right.
gonna say.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Dinner.
Chicken.
Oh, we're not too far. We're not too far. Not too far.
There we go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Steak. It only took like
I
18,000
know,
tries, you
right?
know? But when you finally hit it, you hit it. Whoa. Want to try one more time? I mean, third time's a charm. It only took us what? We went from I don't know what a quaffle is. We went from a quaffle to nothing being said on your end to steak. So,
Oh no, I'm scared.
I mean, let's try it one more
I'm
time.
scared.
Let's try it one more time. One more time.
Okay.
One more time. One more time.
Okay, what we said, steak. All right.
You could try a new one. We could try a new one. You could
Okay, here we
try.
go.
Let's hold on. Let's clear that.
Reset.
Let's reset the mind.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
I don't know if this resets the mind, but if you, anywho, you ready?
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Ice
mangoes.
cream. You really on this mango? You said mango the last time, and now the only difference is that you said mangoes, the plural version of mango.
This mango's nice.
Oh man. Okay.
Mango's nice.
Okay. Let's try this again.
3,
2, 1.
1.
Strawberry.
My mind literally went blank.
I can tell. It just said
No, it just said no. All right. Last one.
okay.
We could do this.
We can do this.
Here we go.
Hold on.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay. All
Are you
right.
ready?
Yes. All right. 3, 2, 1. Froyo.
Ice.
Not far.
Not far. Not far. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Gelato.
Yogurt. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Ice.
Milkshake.
I give up.
She said, I give up. But we did get the first one on the first try.
We sure did.
Sure did.
We sure did.
We sure did.
Mhm.
And that will conclude this, because if we continue more, we're really going to look at it.
Go down into a very big, dark rabbit hole, and
It's not going to be nice at all.
it's not gonna be nice.
But today,
Uh-huh.
our topic is actually kind of dear to us because
Mhm.
it kind of resembles us.
Mhm.
And it's the question: can people of the opposite gender, male
Mhm.
and female,
Mhm.
be friends, like platonic friends?
Yeah, like genuine, true platonic friends.
Yeah, like we
What do you
want the
think?
best for you, but that's where it kind of like, goes on and stops. But
Mm.
I honestly believe so, because
We obviously believe so
like
because this is my brother.
this is my little. No,
First
she
of
not.
all,
She
I'm
older
older
than
than
me.
him.
Yeah, she is, but she's shorter than me, so she my little sis.
Whatever. Whatever.
She's shorter than me, so
I'm petite.
shorter, smaller.
I'm bite size. Well, I'm not bite size, but
I don't know what my size is.
tiny.
Oh,
I'm not
he
tiny.
ain't tiny. I've seen tiny people, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oof. You need to
I'm
grow
petite.
up a little bit. But yeah, you're petite.
I'm
But
petite.
obviously, we belong. Not belong. We believe so.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think they can be, and how and why?
So personally, I do think they can be, because I feel like once you have the understanding that this is my friend and that's just as far as it's going to go, then I feel like it's possible.
Okay.
It's like it's easy.
I feel as though, because I've heard guys do talk about, like, oh, you're friends with her. Like, how can you be friends with her?
Mm,
Or, how can you be friends with a girl?
mm,
And I feel as though when you take out the idea, because if the mass world of ladies do not understand. The main goal for a dude, most of the time, is to bag. Like, it's to go hunting, it's to find yourself a little bitty, and then, she mine and call it a day. But on the initial meetup, if that's not always your first go-to, it leaves room for being friends.
Yeah.
And I feel as though it's a difference between being friend zoned and then we're generally friends.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you put someone in the friend zone, you're intentionally making sure that they understand that it's not going anywhere.
Will never had my fair share.
Had my fair share. Yeah. But I feel like when you put a person in the friend zone, it's like you're intentionally telling them like it's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
But it's different from when you're genuinely just being friends.
Yeah.
Because the idea is just like
it's not there.
It's not there.
Like, it's not the desire to be more than what we already are is not there, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion as well. I feel like if I'm desiring the best from you as a friend, meaning I'm going to be looking out for you as a friend. Now, when I start to desire you in a way where I'm like, I want you, then it kind of messes up the friendship in a way.
It mars and it blurs things.
Yeah, it's like, how long you been thinking about this? Like, it brings up questions where you're not like,
now I can't really trust the long. Well, to a certain degree.
Okay.
To a certain degree, because it's not that. In some cases, it's not that they were thinking or harboring those feelings and not telling the person. In some cases, it's just that later on they stumble upon it.
That is true, because I remember I was telling you about the Instagram post that I saw.
Yes.
But the guy who went on a date with his best friend.
Yes.
And I feel as though when it's like that in a way where you are not intentionally trying to now find her attractive, it just kind of happens on an instant where it's just like, I'm now finding you in a new light. I'm now looking at you in a new light. I feel like things will lead down to that path. I don't think it's one of those things where if you are planning on being a friend and you remained a friend, that it's like, yeah, I was her friend all this time just to get to this place.
Yeah.
But I feel as though like, life does happen. And like Ray likes to say, life be life. And by the way, Ray not with us today,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray, we miss you.
Raymundo is not here today.
We miss you, Ray.
Facts. But however, when it's like a genuine upbringing, I feel as though both parties would be aware of it.
Yeah.
Because
sometimes one becomes aware before the other.
How do you handle that?
That's
because the friendship is then now kind of
it shifts.
It kind of does shift, because now you have to look at them not in a weird way. I don't want to say like you're looking at them in a weird way,
but a new light. It is
in a new light
that you're seeing them in.
Because now you have to like be intentional about the things that you joke about.
Yeah.
Now you got to be intentional about the things that you say. Not saying that you're not being intentional about the things that you say in a friendship, but it's one of those things where
you now have to be mindful, because you're aware that that person is not aware of this new light that you're seeing them in, and you don't want to mess it up on it. Like, you don't want to blur the lines and come across as if you've had this ulterior motive
all the time. I feel like it should come to the point where it's just like you gotta have an
honest conversation.
Yeah, because
sit your friend down and be like, yo, friend,
yeah.
I don't know what it is, but the luster dust is in my eye.
The lust of dust is in my eye. I have never heard that.
Seeing you differently, boo.
I mean, with my friends, if I can have honest conversations with you about everything and anything, I think like even with my 4 friends, we could have literally like a blowout. Even with like with you, we could have a blowout. Within 24 hours, we're already discussing about the blowout and we're fine. And I feel as though if I'm able to have that type of level of conversation with you, that level of, there's a security in there, that security in there.
Knowing that this is my friend, and just because we had a falling out, it doesn't mean that our friendship is done.
Yeah, you
We
should
need
be
a little space. We need to dissect what happened, but we're good.
facts.
So,
I feel like you should be able to be like, by the way, I've been having the, as you say, the lust of dust in my eye, and I've been feeling you, and I've been looking at you in a new light,
looking at you differently.
differently.
And y'all should be able to sit down and just have that necessary conversation because it's your friend.
True. When it boils down to it, that is your friend,
It's your friend.
because that's how y'all started.
Exactly.
So, because one thing I have noticed within my lifetime is that majority of my friends were ladies, is because I did not have that lust of dust in my eye. And it wasn't because I didn't find you attractive, or it wasn't because that I'm not looking at you like, oh, you're a beautiful lady. It was just like, I ain't trying to bag you.
Exactly.
Like
you know your friend is attractive, and you know your friends are attractive,
yeah,
but
you have eyes.
yeah.
Like, I hate when people be like, is your friend beautiful? Nah, I don't look at her like that. You don't have to look at her like that to be like, nah, she's a beautiful creature.
Exactly. You don't need to be sexually attracted
There
to
you
someone
go.
to acknowledge their attraction or their level of beauty.
And there's ways to do it. Like, there's a difference between like, yo, Tony Yang, you're beautiful, and then yo, Tony Yang, my girl, yeah, yo, you looking fine. Like, it's different. Like, you sound like a creep.
Yeah.
You sound like a creep.
And then this question like, I need you to stop
I need you to stop because it makes me feel uncomfortable.
creeping me out.
Like,
and I feel like that's where, in cases where one person starts to feel differently, that's where they go wrong, their approach. Like, I feel like if someone was to sit me down and be like, yo, T, I don't know when this started, but I'm feeling you, I can respect that. And then it gives me the chance and opportunity to now assess the friendship that we've had and see, okay, can I give you a shot? Do I want to explore this? I can respect the way you came to me, and it makes me more comfortable to say,
okay.
Yeah.
And then you can
See
also
where this
explore if you feel the same way.
exactly.
Because you could probably have felt the same way, but you probably was like, but nah, that's my friend.
Yeah.
Like, nah, that's big bro. That's little bro. Like, I'm not about to look at him like that.
Exactly.
You could be like, nah, that's my friend. But if they or the opposite person comes to be like, yo, I've been feeling this way, and you could be like, well, back in 2005.
Back in 2005.
I had a feeling about this, but I don't just, push it to the side. So now that we're friends, you're telling me this is kind of weird. I also feel like timing is essential. Timing is very important. Like, if they're in a relationship, you keep that to yourself. Facts. Keep it to you, yourself, God, the Holy Spirit, Jesus, and pray on.
Ask the Lord to help you.
Because
literally.
And especially in the happy relationship, because I feel like that's how you build psychopaths.
Yeah.
Because as a friend, while you're dating, in the dating stage, you do tell your friend about the stupidity that happens within your dates and all the ups and the downs. And if you have more downs than ups, and the person over here harboring and all, when I mean harboring, it's like you have not told them, harboring feelings for you, and now you're over here thinking like, oh, I'm the only person that's in your life that can make you happy. No.
Yeah, but you haven't even shared those feelings, and because in that situation, you're making things very, very messy for both of y'all.
True.
Because you're feeling the way you're feeling. Why won't you drop that person, give me a shot, this, that, and the next? But your friend is not looking at it like that, whereas your friend is looking at you as a confidant at this point in this moment. Now, if you can no longer maintain that role of being a confidant without judgment, without any kind of ulterior influence, then you need to back out.
True.
Let them know so that they can now adjust what they share with you, how they interact with you. So, yeah.
It reminds me of a friend that I used to have. Like we kind of fell off. And she did come to me and she was just like, I do have like a little crush on you. And I was just like, all right, cool. And she was just like, I can't be friends with you right now. And that was completely understandable. Granted, it was just like, took me back a little bit. But I feel as though if you're that person where the person is now coming towards you and telling you these feelings and telling you that I used to have these feelings, you should be able to give them a break.
Yeah.
Because,
don't take it personally.
Yeah, because it's like, how about we step back and reassess?
Yeah.
Because it's not saying I don't want to be your friend anymore.
It's saying I need time to release these feelings that I'm feeling. Because one, it was during the time you were in a relationship, right? Your friend knew that.
Yeah.
So it's, in one sense, them being respectful to your relationship because you're in a happy relationship.
And that's something that I can respect.
Yeah.
Because you had enough guts.
Yeah.
You had not even enough guts. You had enough respect. You had enough, what's the word? Dang it, I forgot the word. It's like you had consideration.
Yeah.
Because you considered my relationship. Because you do have a lot of friends that'll be sneaky under relationship.
Yeah.
And you do listen to your friends be like, you sure she good for you like that?
Yeah.
Didn't she do this last week?
Yeah.
And because you're, in your eyes, you have the friend sunglasses on, where everything they're saying is not to damage your life. It's to always uphold your life. It's to always be a benefit for your life. So if they're over here talking about your spouse or talking about your girlfriend in a negative light, because you've been telling them all of this negative things, and they're just like, well, didn't they do this last week? And you're still going to be with them?
Yeah.
Are you, aren't you tired?
That.
Yeah.
Nobody needs that.
No.
That's not your place.
That's not your place to
role.
say. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be like,
you can have a conversation with your friend about your concerns and the patterns that you're seeing, but to use it as ammunition is what's not needed. Whereas you guys are having a deep discussion, you're having a disagreement, and they don't agree with you going back with whoever you're talking to. Well, then that's using it as ammunition
for your own benefit.
You don't need that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to, because it's not an easy. I don't want y'all to think of cultivating and building a friendship with the opposite sex is easy. It's not.
It's not,
because there's a lot of challenges that comes with it. Like I remember, by the way how me and Tony Ann became friends, I feel like it was like our families first was friends, and then I don't remember how it started.
So apparently, I was talking to your mom the other day, and apparently y'all started going to the church like literally like 2 weeks before I started going to the church. And I saw your dad saw me.
Hold on. We was going to East Flatbush before you?
Yeah.
I thought y'all was going to East Flatbush before us. Was it just your brother?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So y'all got there before I got there. But
I could have sworn I saw you on the board.
I was on the board. I was on the board that Sunday.
Oh.
Where your dad first saw me and was like, "Oh, you should come to the youth night and whatnot." And that's how it all got started.
I remember, because the first time I saw you was on the board, and it was just like
the first time your dad introduced me to you was the New Year's watch night service.
Oh.
Watch night service. That's when your dad first introduced us. And we were backstage on the board.
Got you. Because I was like, I remember Tony Ann. Like the first time I remember meeting Tony Ann was like you was on the soundboard. And I was just like, cool. And at that time, you already know me. I ain't about to start talking to everybody. I ain't about to say, hello, my name is so-and-so. I'm about to keep to my corner, observe who I want to observe, and be like, okay, they seem cool to talk about.
Yeah.
He seems like he's a low-key jerk. She seems like she's too conceited. I'm not about to, by the way.
Yo, we were chopping it up back
Facts.
there.
There are jerks and conceited people in church. Just want to let y'all know. Yeah. And I didn't know everyone. And then I think it was until you was just like, yeah, I'm Lennox sister. And I was like, oh,
You're like, oh, I see it.
I see it now. But I feel as though like our friendship was cultivated by our parents because our parents was like always around each other. So then I always saw Tony Ann. It was just like, well, I'm cool with Tony Ann. Me and Tony Ann vibe on the same things. I'm able to talk freely with Tony Ann without any type of judgment. And I feel as though those were the challenges for me to get over because I'm talking to this girl and what we about to talk about.
We were talking about whatever.
And it wasn't as
talking about whatever.
And it wasn't as though we were talking about, you know, our likes or dislikes, our favorite colors.
Just legit just vibing and just chopping it up. He told me he had a girlfriend, that he went to school in Connecticut, all of that stuff. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah. Okay, cool. By the end of the night, I was like, yeah, this is my bro.
And I feel as though one of the challenges that we did face,
everybody thought we were dating.
Facts. Everyone thought that we were dating. And it was to the point, and that was one of the challenges. It was just like
never denied it.
It was just like, what? Okay. And we just kept it pushing. And it was
we knew the dynamics.
And it was annoying.
It was.
Because y'all dating?
No.
And I remember when I finally became single, and then people was like asking me like who you're dating, and I don't know if you remember. We're not gonna drop her name, but she came to us. She was like, "Oh, you should date her. You should date Tony Ann. I mean, you guys are already friends."
Okay.
And we was just like, I was single and ready to mingle, and I'm not saying Tony Ann was ugly, but it was just like I was just like,
never been ugly a day in my life.
Facts. I was just like. Oh,
no. We're just like, that's my brother.
Yeah, like it would be weird.
Yeah.
And then there's always something like I said, it might taint the friendship. Like the relationship that I have built with Tony Ann is nothing that I would like to do to taint it.
Yeah, it's a safe space. It's such a safe space. And I cherish this safe space. But everybody thought we were dating.
Yeah, and it was the opinions of the opinions.
Oh my gosh.
Opinions. Oh, y'all could just chat it up in the corner and start laughing and not. No, like, excuse my French. Are you that damn horny? Like no. I could definitely talk to Tony Ann, have a great conversation with her. I could call Tony Ann and be like, "Yo, can you pray for me?" I could call Tony Ann and be like, "Yo, I need your advice on this." I could call Tony Ann and be like, "Yo, there's things in my life that I'm not looking at clearly. Can you give me a different aspect?"
Yeah.
And I feel like when you have a friend of the opposite gender, you're able to get a clear lens into the other gender's opinions and how they operate.
Yes.
Because now that I got asked Tony, like, I feel like it's a cheat code for dudes. Like, come on.
Literally. Sometimes he'd be like, "Yo, Tony,
this chick is
explain this to
me. Explain to me, why am I dealing with this?" And she'd be like, "Well, your approach was kind of mean."
Off.
How was it off? Well, you got to understand, she's a girl. You a dude. The way how we see it is ABC. The way how you saw it was X, Y, and Z. You have to say it like elemental P. And you're just like, and I'm like, oh.
And in the same light,
it switched right around.
I was like, "Yo, bro, I don't understand why." He's like, "Tony,
you got to understand, like,
you're wrong.
Like, dudes are like this, and you not listening." Yeah, women don't be listening. And listen, y'all really don't. I kid you not. Do you know how many nightmares I be having where I'm in an apocalyptic world, and I'm telling my wife, "We gotta go left." And she's like, "I don't like your tone." I'm like, we gotta go left. This is not the time about tone. You gotta turn left. We gotta turn left. I'm sorry I said it, and we're dead. By the time I hit sorry, we're dead.
Oh, man.
But there's times where I'm just like, "Yo, Tony, you're not listening." But he didn't. But Tony, you're not listening. But he don't understand. All right, Tony.
When he's like, "All right, Tony."
And she's just like, "All right, I'll listen." I'm like, finally. Finally. Are you ready to receive? Yes. What you gotta say? And by the time I'm done, you're like, oh, that's all I gotta do? Well, yeah, we're simple as hell. That's literally all he's saying. You heard a different way because his tone was a little harsh. I'm sorry his tone was a little harsh, but you do have to understand that his tone is not going to sound like your tone because he is yet a man. When he is upset at you, if he ain't barking at you, if he ain't yelling at you, if he ain't calling you no type of names, his tone is going to sound a little aggressive.
But I don't like it.
I don't like it. I'm sorry. You're going to have to deal with it sometimes. I'm pretty sure you're telling him his tone is not nice and he's over here trying to fix it. But guess what? Pass by the tone and listen to the words he's saying. He ain't call you no B word. He ain't call you no C word. He ain't call you no other word. But baby, listen though. You see, this is why I face scrunch up because y'all still deal with it. No man. Jeez,
Oh man.
But that's like one of the benefits that I do admire is that
a different perspective.
Yeah, I can
insight.
I can get a different perspective. I could get a different insight when I ask you a question, knowing that is not going to be detrimental to my life.
Yes.
And knowing that if I just sit down and listen, and men do have a problem with listening too. The only difference is that we're ready to accept it more than y'all most of the time. Exactly. But I'm able to get a different insight into, oh, this is how her mind kind of works. Oh, this is what I should do. Oh, this is a different approach. Or even down to the be like, yo, Tony, how about you? What you think about this gift? Khali, what the hell you getting that for? And I'm just like, well, it's a gift. And you're like, is it a gift that you would like or is it a gift that she would like? Okay.
That's the biggest thing. What does she like?
Exactly.
And if you don't know, something's wrong.
Facts. And I'm not saying that when Tony Ann is like, oh, this is what she would like, this is what Tony, no. It's literally what Tony will do. It's like she would guide you down a path of where you know what the hell is right. You just have not realized it yet. Like, you know what the right answer is. It's like when you ask a kid, what is 2 + 2? 6?
And you're like, try again.
No, try again. Do the work. If you have 2 fingers and you have 2 fingers, what is it?
And you're like, no. Then you gotta be like, okay, count. You have 2 here and 2 here. Put them together. How many fingers is this?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Damn, look at that.
Look at that. Look at that. Wow.
You got it.
Wowzers. Look at you. But yeah, that's one of the benefits. But the main challenge that I had, and it wasn't a challenge as in like we struggle with it. It was just annoying.
Yeah.
Y'all should be dating. How can y'all be friends? I don't know how to explain to you how we can be friends. I can't.
We just are.
I feel like the best friendships is how you cannot explain how y'all can be friends. It's just we are friends.
We
and
just
you can
hit it off and just never looked back. And it's been great. He's my brother. When he ready, he be telling me off.
Facts.
When I'm ready, I be checking him.
Facts. I remember the last time you checked me. I think we got into like an argument, and I was just,
what was it about again?
Mrs. Sensitive. And I was just like, I don't understand. And she was just like, okay, I hear you. And I remember hearing that. I was just like, I think I said something wrong. And you came back, you just like, listen, in her tones and everything.
Oh, yeah. I was like, listen.
The tone was dirty and nasty.
It was not that bad.
It was not that bad. But yet I did not like it.
You had to deal with it.
And I did not listen?
I didn't check you immediately.
I know you did not.
I took the time to soak in what you said. And though I understood the point of view you were coming from, I did not like the way you went about it.
True.
And I took a couple days, soaked it all up, and had to say, okay, he's my brother. I know he doesn't mean this negatively, but we're going to have to
revisit
change course here.
And
I was like, hey, if I share something with you,
yeah,
it's not for you to ever throw it back in my face. And you were like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't realize I did that. And I was like, yeah.
I was just like, yeah, that was not my intention. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry I did that. I'll be a lot more And I
Mm-hmm.
feel as though when you're able to cultivate a great relationship with the opposite gender,
Mm-hmm.
able to get an insight of how to talk, of how to communicate,
Mm-hmm.
of what the opposite gender may or may not appreciate from both spectrums.
Mm-hmm.
When you are now going into a relationship, not saying it's going to be perfect, but it's something that you have a platform on, even if you did not have a platform in general.
Mm-hmm.
I remember scrolling through Instagram, and this girl had the audacity, and the reason why I say audacity, she had the gall to say, I'm not about to date anyone who doesn't come from a two-parent family. Like
What?
two parent, like two
Two-parent
parents.
household?
Yeah, who's in the house. And I was just
That's
like,
stupid.
but she was talking to somebody else. And I understood what she was saying when the other person explained it. She said, because when you live in a two-parent family or a two-parent, I don't know why it's household, you're able to see the dynamic between man and woman,
Mm-hmm.
mother and father, but this
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, husband and wife,
Mm-hmm.
or girl, because there's a lot of two-family household that are not married. So, you know,
Yeah.
just basically relationship,
Yeah.
how they talk, how they communicate, how they're willing to go past the norm, how they're willing to put their differences aside, how they're willing to compromise,
Mm-hmm.
basically how they're willing to make the relationship work.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I said she had the audacity, because she ain't come from that. Exactly. But anyway, she was, when her friend was explaining, she was like, I can understand what you're saying, because you're now able to see that dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm noticing, like, in my life growing up,
Mm-hmm.
especially for the Black community, you don't have that a lot.
Yeah. But I don't think it can be used as a factor to cross someone off the list, because you have two-parent
Oh, we're not about to get into what she's talking about. No, that's not
Okay.
what I'm talking about. But basically, I'm saying, like, for those who are like,
You
oh,
did
for those who find like having a relationship is weird or have a relationship that's hard, if you're able to build a friendship with the opposite sex that has nothing to do with sex in
Yeah.
general, I don't find you attractive in a sexual way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't find you that I want you in the middle of the night. I'm over here fantasizing about you. No,
Weird.
that's not a friendship. That's
Yeah.
you trying to get friends with benefits.
Mm-hmm.
No. But if you're able to have an argument and be able to come back and have a conversation about the argument,
And not let it fester. That's I think that's probably one of my little fatal flaws.
what?
Not letting things fester or not leaving things ruffled. I'm always like, well, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna have this conversation, I'm gonna let you know how I'm feeling, so that we can smooth it over and move forward, and not let the current status of, I guess, emotions be the determining factor towards our friendship, relationship, whatever.
Did you just say that?
I sure did.
Wow. Not having emotions be the determinant factor?
Listen, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. I don't know how to say this. I don't know
Anymore,
how
or-
to emphasize this anymore. It is
It's not easy.
to be in your feelings and feel like you have every right to feel the way you're feeling,
Facts.
despite how the friendship or relationship is deteriorating, and have to swallow your pride and be like, yo, it's dumb. This can't be how things remain.
I can honestly say from the other spectrum, because I'm not about to act like I'm not emotional. I am emotional. But I'm emotional when you are now taking my emotions for granted.
Okay.
I realize that I am not the typical guy, as they would say, that don't want to express himself, that don't want to talk. Like, no, I want to talk about it. No, I want to tell you how I feel. But I get emotional when I feel like now you playing with my feelings.
Yeah.
But from the other spectrum, it's hard to deal with someone who drives, who goes off emotion. And I feel as though, especially like you have taught me to take it one step at a time, because I'm expecting your ass to just get over it. Just like, all right, you upset? How long you gonna be upset for? Do you want to be upset this whole entire time? You just want to be angry?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
like
just
that
want to
too.
hold on to
So
malice.
we're just gonna be mad at each other?
Yeah, and
Like
it's
this makes no sense. To me it makes no sense
and then
because
to me, I'm just like, I can't come at you like that
exactly.
because now if I come at you like that, you're gonna be emotional, and then you might hold on to it. And I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna have to approach Tony Ann in a different light. I can't say X, Y, and Z. So how about we switch it up and be like, yo, ABC,
Yeah.
DEFG,
Yeah.
HIJK,
Elemental P.
elemental P. And it has taught me to control my emotion
Mm-hmm.
because granted, I may feel some type of way, but I should not have your emotion affect my emotion.
Yeah.
And still consider it how you feel.
So hard.
It's hard.
It's so hard.
It's hard, but I feel like having a friend of the opposite sex is like training.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm emotional as hell.
Who you telling?
I am emotional. Shut up. I am and I'm dramatic.
Oh, yes. Jesus.
Wow.
You are.
I am. But I'm genuine.
You are. That is another part where you are.
Yeah, it's not as if I'm over here being dramatic and emotional just for the heck of it in a detrimental way to the friendship. No, I'm just naturally high emotions and naturally dramatic. Even in playful moments, I'm high key dramatic.
I'm very tough love.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, all right, get over it.
Yeah. And
Why
I'm
don't you just
like,
punch him in the chest? Like, just chop him in the throat and call it a day. Like, why are you like this?
I'm just
And you're just like,
no,
Khalid, no, you can't say that. And I'm
you
just
can't
like,
say that. It's not.
why not? Because it's not needed right now. It's not appropriate. You gotta talk about it in a different light. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. But it's just like, no, Khalid, like you did sound kind of psycho when you told her to chop the dude in the chest. Like, it don't make sense. Like, just because you have taught me, you have taught me, just because you think this is the best route, just because you think this is the right route, doesn't make it the best route.
Yeah.
Just because you believe that she should just cut him off and chop off his neck, don't believe that's the best thing for her to do.
Yeah, that's not how I deal with things.
And I'm not meeting you where you stand. Those are one of the challenges of having a friend of the opposite gender. Because if I'm talking to one of my dudes, like if I'm talking to Ray, just like, just cut it, bro. And he'd be like, yeah, man, it's different.
Yeah.
Because I'm able to tell you how I feel like it's the right move. And because we're kind of one kindred creature, we're just like, yeah, it makes sense. But when you're talking to someone who's not that kindred with you, who's on the opposite side of the emotional board, and you're just like, well, cut them on. You can't really say that.
Nope.
It causes you to be like a little more compassionate, give a lot more grace and kindness and patience, and compromise what you may feel is the right move.
Yeah. I remember Cleve said to me, that person, this, that, and the next. And I remember thinking, although the person may not be the best choice for me, they're not a bad choice. Oh, wait, no. What did I say? It's not that they're a bad choice. They're just not the best choice for me.
Even down went to use again your LLC. We had that little spat. I was just like, no, why would you do that? You can't do that. You're like, Khalid, I need you to understand that right now my life is a little too busy for me to do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I cannot do that right now.
We did go back and forth.
And I think what calmed me down was when you was just like, I understand that you're trying to give me the best route. But right now, that's not what's best for me. And I literally was just like, oh, I'm sorry. I understand what's best for you now. And I feel like that comes with a lot of like grace and patience.
Yeah.
You gotta tap into that
Yeah.
for that to be a norm where it's just
Yeah.
like,
Not everything is you need to pop off on.
yeah, I'm
Because I could
easy.
have been popped off. I could have been like, you're not listening to me, this, that, and the next. You just want to tell me what to. No, like, I get it. You've taken the steps. It worked out great for you. It was the best route for you. But now we got to apply it to my life.
True.
And those steps are not the best for me.
And there's times where you was acting a little too pacified, as they would say. And I'm just like, Tony, I'm sorry. And you're gonna need to buck up real quick. I understand that you feel this way. And I feel like when I come at you and I'm like, I understand where you're coming from. However,
That's when this face comes out.
however, it need to stop. And you need a buck up. You need to grow. I don't even. What is the woman's version of man up? Like, I don't know. Like, hike up your titty and walk. Like, I don't know.
Stupid.
But it's like, yo, I understand this is like what's happening, but you kind of need to buck up and toughen up. And when you're able, when you're able to accept the tough love
Yeah.
with an amount of grace, I feel like it's a difference in you taking a shot by itself,
Mm-hmm.
but you taking a shot with a chaser.
Yeah.
Yes, the shot burns, but the
Mhm.
chaser smooths it out.
Yeah.
Yes, you might feel the harshness of what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Yes, you might feel the heat of what I'm saying.
Mhm.
But the way how I'm bringing it towards your table, the way how I'm bringing factuals upon factuals, I'm just like, yeah, you had enough time to be emotional. The time is running out.
And let me tell you, he be ready to get on my case.
Yeah, that's not my
When
best quality,
necessary.
but hey, sometimes it's needed.
Yeah.
But I feel like when it comes to balancing out the opposite sex friend,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, all right, I understand, Tony Ann. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Yes, Khalib, I understand. I've been acting like this. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
It's like you gotta have that humbleness.
Yeah. And I think that that humbleness can stem from the security that this is my friend. They have my best interest at heart,
Mm-hmm.
rather than trying to see it as they're out to get me, or they're jealous, or knowing and being secure in the fact that you have a friend that wants the best for you, and you
Facts.
know that they want the best for you,
All the time.
can be the epitome of the chaser to whatever criticism
Mm.
they may deliver to you.
And we give each other constant criticism. And I mean like constant criticism. It's not like, oh, you ugly. Oh, you should not be wearing that.
Mhm.
Tony Ann is an entrepreneur. She has
Mhm.
her own bakery. She has her. She be working. And
Mhm.
there's some times where I gotta pull Tony Ann to the side and be like, yo.
He'd be like, baby girl. That's when I know I've done something wrong. He's like, baby girl, come on, let me talk to you real quick.
Not you quoting me, baby girl. Come here.
Yep. Once he pulls out the baby girl, come here, I'm like, dang, what I do? What I do?
And when you be like, big brother, I'm like, ah, man.
Or I'm like, Khalib.
Yeah, when you start saying my government, I'm just like, what I do?
Mhm.
As soon as you say Khalib, I'm like, what did I do? And you're like, listen.
Or if I drag it out, Khalib.
And it's just like,
Khalib.
I have to remind myself. It's like a constant reminder. She wants the best for me.
Uh-huh.
She wants me to thrive.
Mm-hmm.
She wants the best for me.
Yeah.
She wants me to thrive. I don't like what the hell she just said right now.
Mhm. You know, the first time I ever checked you, the way you received it and made the change gave me the space to say, okay, he trusts me enough to be honest with, how he's acting. Because it was a youth night, and we went to the roller skating rink, and
I don't remember this, so just want to let you know.
Michelet was there, and for whatever reason, y'all got into it.
Mm-hmm.
And she, at the end of whatever y'all got into, she was in tears, and she came to me, and she was just broken up, and I was like, oh no, And I walked over to you and I was like, what did you do to your sister? And you were like, no, man, she don't listen. This, that, and the next. This, and I was like, I get it, I understand, but that's your sister, and you need to be mindful of how you talk to her because that dictates how others will speak to her. You don't leave her in tears. You don't speak to her that way. You don't talk to her that way. And you were like, yeah, you're right. Okay. I'm sorry. And I was like, don't tell me, go tell her. And you went and you rectified the situation. And I was like,
Yeah, I don't remember the first time I G checked Tony Ann, so I don't got that story for y'all. But yes,
oh
I
man.
do remember that day because my face was scrunching up. I was just like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I am emotional, but
Mhm.
I find myself being overly emotional when my feelings are somewhat, I believe, are played with.
Mhm.
And I feel as though the women in my life, the ones that I hold close,
Mhm.
wife, mom, sister, best friends, and Tony Ann falls in this category, have been teaching me and are currently still teaching me that, yo, that was not the best decision.
Mhm.
And I love when Tony Ann, and I feel as though what makes me comfortable with you
Mm.
in order to talk to you, and also, and this goes for my other best friend as well,
Mm.
what makes me comfortable with y'all, because y'all share this,
Mm.
and this goes to the two females, is that when I'm able to tell you how I feel, you acknowledge it. It's not like it's not that you're saying it's right.
Yeah.
It's not like you're saying, yeah, I understand you are right. No, they never tell me I'm right. They never tell me I'm right. I wish they would, but it's no, it's like, all right, I understand that you felt that way and I can see where you're coming from. However, but you shouldn't instead. And it's just like, I have no choice but to accept it because you feel me.
Yeah.
You see me.
Mhm.
And it's just like,
I get it. I get it.
I get where I went wrong.
Yeah.
I see how I should have not said that. I notice my error now because in the anger, in the rage, in the sadness, in the heartbroken, in the hurt, your eyes is closed to all of that.
Yeah, it is.
You
It
don't want
sure
to.
is.
You don't want to hit. You don't see it.
Mhm.
But when someone's just like, "Yo,
I
I
see
I
it.
see it," you're able to open your eyes because it's like you
Oh,
do.
You understand where I'm coming from? Yeah.
Yes.
But
But there's a but.
there's a but.
There's a however. There's an
Not saying
instead.
you're wrong,
Mm.
but the way you handled it.
It was wrong.
There you go. It's a legitimate reaction, but how you went about it.
It gives you so much emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like I dare y'all. I dare you. I dare y'all. I dare you. If you're able to find somebody, I'm not saying they're going to be the best. No. But if you're able to find someone who has a genuine, authentic, and they understand that is their best friend, ride or die, like, him, never, she, never, you will find out they're able to have a conversation with you on a much higher level than how's your day.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm past that frivolous conversation. How's your day? No. Yo, how you been? How's your life treating you?
Yeah. And another reason why our friendship is so different and can remain platonic is because we see past the surface level of the how's your day, like the basic response. Because even though we may give response like, yeah, it's
Oh, what the hell does that mean?
yeah. Or, it's been rough, but, I'm getting through it. Then he'll call me like, okay, what's up? I'll be like, nah. You like, nah.
You ready to talk about it? Do you need
What's
some
up?
space? When she goes, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give you some time.
Not go like that.
I'm gonna give you some time until you're ready to speak. Well, time is limited, so I don't want you to be on for a good week.
Yeah.
So you got like 2 days.
Like the other day, the most recent thing with like this transition into this new
Yeah.
season. And I messaged you first and I was like, bro. And you're like, what's wrong? And then I was like, there's a lot going on, this, that. And you're like, should I call you or do you want to call me?
And she didn't respond fast enough, so I just called her.
Yeah.
I literally was like, where's your location at? Okay, you home.
I had literally just walked through the doors. But that is the benefit. You have someone that can truly see below the mask of what's going on, the facade you try to put on for everybody else. Oh, also,
What's up?
on another level, I'm gonna save that for the next section.
Okay.
Yeah, the final section.
Got you.
I'm gonna save that. But yeah, a genuine friend is able to see through the mask you put on for everyone else and really get to the root of what's going on. And they know how to, just bait it out of you, just tug it on out.
Mm-hmm.
Questions after questions, strategic questions, by the way. So it's
don't do that to me. You know I'm going to get what the answer truly is by asking you strategic questions.
I don't know why he didn't just go work for the FBI.
Listen, I ain't trying to be a detective, but I'll definitely
You are a detective.
Listen, I want the best for you. So if
True.
you over here giving me hot guata, I mean, I want hot guata.
Hot guata.
I don't want no watery down response. Yo,
Mhm.
do you not know who you're talking to?
Mm-hmm. Like, be real with me.
Like, yeah, if you're able to be real with me, I'm able to take your realness and be like, okay.
Yeah.
But once you try to start being fake, when you start trying to give me, like,
The run around.
I be hating it when you see someone in distress, when you see
Mhm.
someone going through something, and you ask them, oh, what's going on? Nothing. How do you want me to react? Because I'm gonna act like it's nothing, and then when you really is over here going through something, and you like, no, it's nothing. No, it's something.
It's something. It's something. And having a platonic friend that you can trust, someone that you know that regardless of whatever is going on, they won't judge you.
Facts.
That's another thing. Having a friend that you know will not judge you and will give you grace is
Perfecto.
Because you have a safe space. It all comes down to having a safe space.
And you also like pick up another sister or another brother.
Yeah.
And if you never had those things in your life, you kind of get a taste of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I treat Tony Ann borderline to how I treat Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't punch her because she has two brothers that will probably beat me up.
And I'll punch him back.
Unfortunately,
Kick him somewhere too.
Yo, why would you want to do that to my future?
Why would you punch me?
Have I punched you? You don't know if I punch you? That sounds like you forgot a whole lot that I haven't punched you. And the jokes are different too. Like,
Oh yeah,
they're different.
the jokes are very different.
Just like, yo, did you just say that? Yeah, you don't understand girls. I'm like, I don't. Like,
Mhm.
this is what y'all do? Yeah. You don't know how many times when Tony Ann over here going through her female life, I'm like, yo, God, yo, you made a good decision. With this testosterone, bro. Good looking out, my guy. Good looking out. Good looking out.
Oh man.
But yeah, the jokes are different. The
Mhm.
friendship is different. The
Mhm.
challenges are different.
Yeah.
But it's something where if you can overcome the challenges,
Mhm.
both people thinking that you're dating, both people over here wondering about, yo, why the hell are you approaching me like this?
Mhm.
Both of y'all practicing humbleness. Both of y'all,
Mhm.
it cultivates a relationship of safety. Because you'd be
Yeah.
like, nah, that's my sis.
Yeah, and just having that respect for each other.
And to be honest, respect, because I've heard a lot of people when they be like, oh, he don't respect me or she don't respect me. What does that look like? Because if respect is I'm telling you the truth.
Mm-hmm. But it's how.
I was about to get there. If respect is I'm telling you the truth, and the way how I'm telling you the truth is how you don't like it,
Mm-hmm.
then the question is, all right, how are they telling me the truth?
Yeah.
What are they saying to me that I don't like?
Mm-hmm.
If it's to the point where now you're being called names, that's not respect.
Yeah,
If it's
that's
the point
not.
where you're now being yelled at, that's not
Yeah.
respect. But if it's the point where, and I don't understand if people expect people to come to them if you're going down the wrong path, like,
Mm-hmm.
excuse me, I think you should stop. No, yo, what are you doing that for? Because if I have respect for you, I ain't about to come to you in no basket in hand, flower in hand. How you doing? Yo, you looking mighty stupid right now. Because I have enough respect for you to understand the respect level that you have for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and you are not meeting that.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many times where I will have a conversation with my friend, and she will be like, "Khalid, that was stupid," and I'm just like, "What you mean that was stupid?" No. That was stupid. Like, what you just said might be the dumbest thing I've heard you ever say. I'm just like, oh, I know. And you're like, that's not you. And there's many times where I will come back and be like, out of all the things you have said, I think that might be the most idiotic. Yeah, I'm not calling you stupid.
Yeah.
I'm saying the decision you just made, the things you just said,
was not great.
it's not great.
It wasn't great at all.
So, being friends with one another,
Mm-hmm.
there are moments that we have had.
Yes.
So, what do you cherish?
Ooh, okay. What I cherish, and this is what I was referring to
Mhm.
just now, is how you can tell when something's wrong without me having to say it.
Mm.
There have been days where I've been going through it emotionally and I'm just holding on by a thread. And I'll go to his church the Sunday morning and I'm there and I'm worshiping, but I'm not worshiping. And he'll be up on stage leading praise and worship, and he'll just walk down and just hug me. And that's it.
You break down, cry.
That's it.
I don't know how to explain it. It's the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Because she would literally just be like,
Mm-hmm.
that one.
That one.
And I'm like, yeah, I saw her. She walking. She ain't looking at herself. Yeah, she ain't raising her hand high. Yeah, this song that normally is her favorite song, she over here doing a two-step instead of a two-bop. One thing I cherish is that, I think I said it before, but you're able to acknowledge my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like for me, if you're able to acknowledge how I feel, because I have, and I'm not bragging, I have great self-awareness.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I understand myself.
Yeah.
Like, if people, there's a saying that says, if people over here talking bad about me, believe them. Because they probably did something for me to be that horrible. Like, I understand. Like, I understand I have a hot temper. I understand my mouth can be crazy. Like, the things I have said can definitely cut deep. I understand.
That comes out of this guy's mouth sometimes.
I understand that, my attitude is not subpar. I understand that I am not the best person at that many times and many times over. Within all of that, I'm still able to accept that and willing to change. As long as if you can see where I'm coming from. Because the moment you don't see where I'm coming from, the moment you don't acknowledge, it tells me that you don't give a damn. It tells me that you are all self-conscious and not self-aware.
Yeah.
It tells me that you are just caring about yourself and you're not caring about me, because I'm willing to care about you. And to be honest, I only get this way about people I care about.
Yeah. And
I only get this way about people I care about.
And we're very similar. We only get as vulnerable as we get and let our emotions show as much as we do for those we genuinely care about. If I'm high-key emotional about something you've done, I care about you. Like, And I'm not talking about just a random person getting on your nerves or whatever, pissing you off. No, 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 no. I mean like something personal. If it bothers me to the point where my emotions are thrown off,
Hmm.
yeah, it you're within that sphere where now what you've done has hurt.
Facts.
My defenses were not up against you, and it hurts. And that's a problem for me because you don't understand that.
Mm. And because you don't understand that, it makes me feel stupid for opening up to you in this way.
Yes. Why did I
Why did I waste my
make
time with you?
myself vulnerable?
Why did I waste my it boils down to why did I waste my time with you?
Yeah.
Why did I choose to let you into this because
To this
sacred place?
sacred in my heart. When you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. I don't get like this for anyone else.
Exactly.
I
A
don't.
random could call,
I couldn't care less.
but as soon as you just pluck me. And it's just like, oh, and you don't understand.
Mhm.
And you're not willing to acknowledge.
Mhm.
Because I feel like by you acknowledging it you know how it'd be like sound the alarm? The
Yeah.
alarms are now toning down. It goes
Mhm. Mhm.
and it's just like, oh, she understands.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did that wrong.
Yeah. The people within my circle have seen me upset. They've
Mhm.
seen me extremely emotional. They've seen me angry. These are the people that I really like. The people that I have let my guard down around has seen all these different sides of me. You have people that has never seen me angry.
Hmm. Yeah, people would be thinking that, oh, Cleve is so cool, calm, and collected.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm not.
People be like, yo, Tonian is so chill all the time.
No.
Mm-mm. I
Like,
get a little crazy.
yeah, I
Just
do.
a little.
There's times where I just be ask my little sis, like she knows. Michelle be knowing. Like I remember when we had a spat
Mm,
and Michelle had to pull me to a corner and she was like, yo, you do have an anger issue.
mm.
And I was like, no. And at first I was going to say, no, I'm not, because I was being defensive. She's like, Khalid, like, you do. And she was able to speak to me and I was able to understand. And I was like, but you don't understand. And it's that, like, when you don't feel like the person that you care about so much doesn't understand you.
Mm-mm.
They don't want to acknowledge jack crap and
it
nothing.
hurts.
It's
It
just like,
hurts.
then why do I want to, why
hurts.
are you in my life in this capacity if you're not willing to understand where I'm coming from or
And then-
acknowledge?
And then there's
We just
next-
really just went off to another
We
topic,
sure
but
did.
it's fine.
And then there's a next layer to it where they understand, but they take it for granted. Then you just pissing me off.
Facts.
Now I'm gonna shut down.
And
I'm gonna shut you out.
And-
Don't get mad.
my mom calls that, she's just like, your heart getting cold. Like, I remember Sundays, at the Sundays, when she praying over me, she just tapping my chest. She's like, melt. And I'm like, I don't want to. Because why did I give you a warm heart for you just to leave it in the refrigerator? No, I gave it to you so you can hold, and you over here mishandling it. I ain't about to be soft with you.
Yeah.
I ain't about to be cuddly with you.
Yeah.
I ain't about to be rah, rah, rah with you. You about to get a, what's up? And I remember one time I was venting to you and I was like, yo, I'm gonna stop talking. And you was just like, that's not you though. I was like, I don't care. That's not you though. Khalid, you're someone that talks. So, Khalid, since I've known you, you're willing to express your emotion. You can't do that. You can't shut down. I'm just like, but that's what I cherish, is that you're able to be like, I understand. It's not enabling. It's, I wish sometimes. I wish sometimes, bro.
Some things that came out of this man's mind, I was just like, Khalib.
I
He's
wish.
just like, what?
What?
What? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? And I'm just like, no.
No.
But it's not okay.
And I'm just like, can't you just enable me to?
No.
She's like, no. I'm just like, okay.
No.
Yeah.
He responds just like that.
Okay.
I remember he was on a roll one day. He's like, I'm not doing this, da 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 da, not doing this, not doing it. And I was like, Khalib, you should still do it.
I'm
You
like,
just you're like, no, no, no. And I'm just like, Khalib, as this particular person that you are, you should do it.
yeah,
And you're like,
okay.
I don't know. We'll see. 2 days later, I did
I
it.
did it. She does
I
that
did
laugh.
it. Just like, oh,
Oh,
oh
I'm just like,
okay.
go fly a kite. Just go fly a kite.
Oh man. Definitely one of the biggest things that I cherish, along with having the different perspectives, the safe space, you knowing when something is wrong, is having the comfort in knowing that there's at least one person that
Yes.
understands me. If no one else understands what I'm feeling, I can go to my brother and he's gonna get it. He's gonna understand.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. I feel as though, like, when you're able to build that friendship,
mm-hmm,
it's like, yeah, I could definitely talk to my boys about this.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could definitely talk to
But
them.
y'all are
And
talking from men perspective.
exactly. And that comes into a heated venting session. And then
Yeah.
after you vent, you feel good. But
And y'all are making decisions as men.
when you're able to get a different perspective,
Mm-hmm.
vent about it,
Mm-hmm.
and then someone to tell you, like, yeah, I understand that you vented, but you're still wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, what? Well, have you looked at it like this?
Yeah.
And I can honestly say, even from my guy friends, they are able to tell me, from a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not in that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a different. There's a
Different
different
world over here.
level.
There's a different world over here. Another planet. Another planet. Another planet.
All right.
But
Let
yeah,
me
it's a
try
different
it.
planet over there. But I'm talking from a representative from that planet who can be
Yeah.
able to be like, it
Break
might
things
not be
down
the
and be like,
same.
listen, because you said this, so and so reacted this way. This is how she's feeling because of how you said it. Kind of made her feel like this because that's how I feel when I hear you say that. That's what goes through my mind.
And it has definitely helped out my relationships. And when I mean my relationships, I don't mean personal relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about like even my relationship with my sister.
Mm-hmm.
That time when you told me to like chill it down,
Yeah. Like you
I was
can't
able to
talk
be
to her
like,
like
all
that.
right, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. I'm sorry, little twerp, for saying this and saying that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do cherish the understanding. I do cherish the different views. I do cherish the times where I'm able to like bury my soul and you're able to be like, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
And there are times where you allow me to have a break
Mm-hmm.
and then come to me and be like, all right, you remember what you said the other day? Or you remember what you said just a few hours ago? It wasn't right. I understand this is how you feel. And it's not just you saying I understand. It's you generally understanding. Like I understand. Like, yeah, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But however, instead, the reason why I say these three words because she uses it like it's a like it's a magic card. But however, instead, it's just like, all right. All right. If I knew that you was, and you know what's crazy? I know it's going to come. I just don't. I don't know if my body's just like, we don't care. We're going to say it. And it's just like, why did we say it? Because we know Tony ain't going to tell us the opposite of what we actually want to do / say.
Mm-hmm.
So what have you learned about being friends with the opposite gender?
Things aren't always what they seem.
Mm.
Because we're operating in two mental spaces, we perceive things differently. So having the platform where we can share those two different perspectives clarifies a lot of things.
Mm.
So
I have learned from you, like the same thing I've learned from my my little sis.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's right don't mean it's best.
Yeah.
And just because you feel this way, you still got to treat me in some amount of softness.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm able to say that because I'm able to be heard, because I'm able to get my point across and not feel as though it's being trampled on.
Mm, yeah. Yeah.
Because there's never been a time where I vent to you about you and you've told me, well, I feel the same way. You have always took it in, told me you understand, and then tell me how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And then tell me how you feel the same way. But there's a difference. There's a difference on both genders. It's not just on the male gender, the female gender. If I'm able to vent to you, if I'm done telling you something of how I feel and you tell me, well, I feel the same way, are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure I wanted to punch you in your neck. Do you feel the same way about that? I'm pretty sure I wanted to drop kick you right in your chest. Did you feel the same way about that? No, you don't feel the same way.
Yeah.
You may have the same feelings, but you don't feel the same way. And I feel as though when you're able to take that in, like I said, have that humbleness, have that grace, have that patience, have that kindness to take it in and be like, I hear you and I understand.
Yeah. This
is how I feel. I kind of feel the same way how you felt when you're angry, because when you do this and when you do that, blah, 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 blah. I'm able to sit back and be like, I'm sorry I hurt you that way.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was hurting you that way.
Yeah.
I'm willing to apologize for my sins, for my wrongdoing.
There's one thing this man will do. When you call him out on something,
I'm going to apologize.
He's going to be like, all right, my bad. My bad.
And I'm not just going to apologize. I'm going to apologize and make the effort.
He has never done it again. It was just that one time, checked him on it, and he has never done it again.
Not saying I would never do it again. I just make a
He's making the
effort
to be mindful.
Yeah.
Tony Ann don't play that.
Facts. Tony Ann really don't play that. Some days Tony Ann really be trying to hike her foot up where the sun don't shine, and I gotta be like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm sorry.
You know, you're giving the impression that I'm very aggressive.
You're not. But you know, the views.
Just a girl. Just a girl.
Yeah, a girl who will punch you in your throat. Well, that should wrap it up for today. Yeah. But yeah, I feel as though, yes, you can be friends with the opposite gender.
Yeah.
It's
not easy.
It's not easy.
But it's definitely possible as long as you have the mutual understanding that this is a friendship and the respect for that friendship.
Yeah. So that's going to be it for this episode. Thank y'all. Thank you for our page turners for joining in for another episode. You can find us on Instagram, Snapchat. Girl, when's the last time we been on? I have not posted on Snapchat ever. I haven't downloaded the joint in so long. You want to try it again?
You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook.
We are also on audio devices such as Spotify, iTunes, and iHeartRadio. Well, thank you. Wait to see you guys on the next. Words are not formulating today. Wait to see you guys on the next episode.
All right.
Next page.
Wonderful day. Stay blessed. Stay safe.
Facts. And if you do have a friend of the opposite gender, send this to them. Tell them that you appreciate them. Or if you have an odd relationship where you guys, love to tell each other, I hate you, and it really means I really cherish you. Yeah, just be like, yeah, I hate you. Listen to this. Facts. That's the thing. We're not about to get into that. But yeah, if it works, it works. We're not about to be here another 30 minutes. No.